And then we go on to the thing, the Apocalypse 0079, baby. Now we're going to talk about Mobile Suit Gundam MS IGLOO Apocalypse 0079. First episode is called I Saw the Ocean Above JABURO'S Skies. Oh, I know. I remember why, because I've seen the episode. I remember why it's called that. I forgot. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. This time, they have a ZGOC. It's a diver unit. And they're like, bro, we got this ZGOC, bro. It's a diver unit. Test it out, bro. Test it. Test it out, dude. He's like, okay. Okay, I will. Sad boy, Oliver. He kind of... and his hair's getting all ruffled up now because he's like, I've seen so many people die. I've seen so many people die. We got this new character. His name is Halbine. He's a sad boy too, and he's also like, he's good at piloting ZGOCs. And they're like, bro, pilot the ZGOC, bro. Pilot the ZGOC, bro. The first 2 times or whatever, it fails. And the 3rd time, he does pretty good, I think. This one, I've, forgotten a little bit about. I just know in the end, they shoot big laser, and he dies. And then Oliver writes in his little notebook, another great soldier died today. Who would have thought that was going to happen? It is a cool episode. It's just that I can't remember much of it. Because episode 2 is where it's like, oh yeah, I forgot that I was watching Gundam. Because child soldiers, yeah. Children? Huh. Kill them. Kill the children. This one's called Go Beyond the Peak of Light. This one is something else. Right in the beginning, Nazi man comes. Herbert von Kuzpin, bruh. Herbert comes, bro, in his Gelgoog, his black and gray Gelgoog, and his black and gray and silver Xeon uniform with his Nazi hat, glossy trench coat. He's like a total, and his black gloves. He's just a Nazi. He's just a straight up Nazi. Very evil looking man. And in the end, you may not think he's so evil. And he's kind of mean to everybody because he's like, I'm the one in charge. Shows up to the Jotunheim. He's like, I'm in charge, bro. I got a Gelgoog. Cadillac's like, I don't like you. There's the captain of the ship is this old dude, and he's always sitting in his chair like, war bad. A bunch of child soldiers are called to the Jotunheim to be the test pilots for IGLOO mobile pods, which are kind of like balls. Come on, dude. They're like the Federation's balls. They're not the balls. Balls. Okay, the Federation, they're mobile suit balls. Not that they're like the gyms have mobile suit balls or that Gundams have balls. I'm talking about the mobile suit machines that are called balls also. You know? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. The IGLOOs are like that, except way cooler. But they also have a dumb name. They're kind of cool. It's cool how they're designed. They can move in cool ways, and then the thrusters move them like that. Herbert gets all these child soldiers to come in. Cadillac is like, bro, what's with all these child soldiers, dude? Turns out one of them is actually her younger brother, and she's like, bruh. Herbert picks her younger brother to pilot one of the IGLOOs because he stood up for the rest of them, and Cadillac is like, bruh. So of course he gets picked as one of the test pilots. They pick 8 of them or something like that, or less. I don't know. You know by this point how this goes. And they have a battle with the Federation's balls. The balls. They hit those balls. Those balls explode, dude. One of the IGLOOs explodes. What's her little brother's name? Oh, Erwin. And Erwin is kind of leading them basically and kind of taking command. As soon as one of them actually dies, because this is Erwin's first battle ever. So he's just like, death is real. So he can't really handle it. He's kind of, it's very traumatic. So before, he was doing really well. But now that someone he actually knew, one of his friends, is dead now. And so then he's like, ah! There's still a Federation cruiser that they're trying to attack or whatever. I think he is able to defeat, oh, yeah, he's able to defeat almost all the balls. And he has one of the balls, he gets them to surrender. Because he's like, what are you going to do, bro? Like, everybody else is dead. There's no point. I don't want to fight anymore. Okay. So then he grabs the ball. They start heading back to the Jotunheim. They're like, hey, wait, what is that beam? You're like, wow, he actually made it out alive this time. And it's like, nope, no, he's dead. And it's actually, this one is actually like pretty sad. Because at first you're like, really like, wow, maybe it will end pretty good this time. But you're like, wait a minute, no. He gets the beam and he explodes. And then Cadillac is just like, ah! She just can't take it anymore. Oliver's like, bruh. Yeah, it's really sad. There's not much more to really say about it. It's just really sad to watch. Third episode is pretty good as well. Soul returns to thunder. And it's during the last battle of the 1 year war at Abawa Q. They do have a prototype. The ugly forehead head guy is like, Oliver, prototype. Really? Again, we haven't really been successful at all. Okay, we'll do it. They're testing the big rang. The big rang, dog. The big rang. Rangs for days, bro. The big rang. You know Big Zams? This is a big rang. It's like a red one, and it's got a big, bro. It's like a big lobster. It's kind of like the Nightingale if it was like a little bit less cool, or it was like the Nightingale and if a Big Zam had a little baby. They don't have a test pilot for it. Abawa Q is like kind of, the battle for Abawa Q is kind of starting. This could be it, bro. The Nazi guy, I think, is the one who's like, we don't have a test pilot, so you're going to do it. And Oliver is like, huh? You, Oliver, you are going to do it. Ha ha! Oh God, why? And he's kind of freaking out because he's like, this isn't really my job. He's also protecting more of the child soldiers that are left that were on the ship that are piloting Argos, and they're fighting against Federation cruisers and mobile suits. He's starting to get the hang of it, and you're just like, so the last episode, like, we don't have a new character or whatever. Oliver's gonna have to be the one to die. That kind of sucks. I understand from a writing perspective, it makes sense. They're kind of doing okay. Eventually, they're not doing so okay, and Cadillac finally comes back after Hubert and Herbert is a stupid name. He points his gun at the war is bad old guy, and you're like, whoa, bro, is he gonna do it? Lieutenant Cadillac points a gun at his head, and they're like, you know what? Let's do it together. Herbert goes out in his Gelgoog. Cadillac goes out in one of the Zudas, and they go and they help Oliver, the big rang. Herbert actually defends the Argos, so he's not so bad of a Nazi man. I'm not saying the Nazis aren't bad. I'm just saying that he isn't that bad. I'm not apologizing. He's not really a Nazi, but he's very much the image of a Nazi. He dies. And Cadillac, it looks like she gets caught in the explosion. Oliver, his big rang explodes, and you're like, so they all died. I mean, I guess that's what would have to happen in this series, because everybody dies in every episode. But during the credits, Cadillac's Zuda comes out and it has Oliver in her little palm, her little mobile suit palm, and they're all alive. And you're like, yeah, first happy ending. And you're like, all right, well, you got me there. You pranked me there. I thought everybody just died. Yeah, it ended pretty nice. I'd say that was pretty good. What? I didn't. There's the 3 more episodes. What? 3 more episodes? Okay, I'll watch. They're from the Federation's perspective. Hell yeah, dude. Why not, dude? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, let's talk about those now.